So, I know it's been a while since we last uploaded a video, and a couple reasons why. We have, I've just been not doing anything that's worth even filming or anything like that, and just working every day. So, and if you guys follow me on Instagram or have me on Facebook or whatever, I sold my Subaru that I told you guys I was gonna make a video about, but that obviously didn't happen because it's sold now. And parted out the 240. What ended up happening with the engine when I pulled it out and I looked at it was that I believe it was exhaust side jump timing, and the belt, like one tooth, and then the belt actually skipped like 5 teeth. So 5 teeth total, belt skipped 4. So yeah, I probably had like a whole bunch of bent valves. That's why it wasn't reading any compression, because the valves were probably, you know, they were off time, so they were just blowing out all the compression. But parted out because a lot of months ago, at FD Orlando, one of my buddies had just picked up a 4-door Skyline, and I joke around with him. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy that off you. And he's like, haha, you know, and I'm like, you know, it's gonna happen. And that's what we're in right now. So I parted out the 240, sold the Subaru mainly to get rid of my car payment, and now my daily is the Skyline, which I'm okay with. I did keep a couple spare parts from the RB20 in my 240 just to keep around, and because I knew I was gonna buy this thing. So like I said, I posted a picture of it on Instagram and stuff like that, but I did a couple things to it. I put my red bride seat from my 240 in. The seat that it came with, it wasn't bad. It was just like a no-name Japanese fixed back seat. Actually a little bit smaller than even this bride seat, which is kind of wild. So yeah, I decided why not combine my Subaru and my 240 and have a 4-door drift car with AC and everything like that. So this one has a bolt-in cage. You can see it back there. Also up top. So bolt-in cage. Obviously it's RB20. Coilovers. I have some arms for it. 2-way LSD. But we'll get more to that. I'm gonna do a car check video on it hopefully soon, after this weekend. But yeah, so I figured, like right now I'm driving around with the windows up and the AC on, so it's not bad. Drove it to Simply Clean, wasn't in the show or anything, but I always go. Drove it there, perfectly fine back. And yeah, it doesn't have a radio in it right now. And they imported it from Japan. Obviously, they probably must have pulled it out. They probably had a nice radio in it or something, and it doesn't work over here anyways. It only goes up, a Japanese radio only goes up to like 90 FM, but then even like the lower FM stations here won't pick it up. So I'm actually on my way to my friend Anthony's house that also bought a 4-door Skyline. He was in our videos when we went to Tennessee to ride around our Groms and stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna put a radio in it, put new speakers in it, put a amp and a sub in it, just because I don't know, I want it to sound good, and might as well since it's gonna be my daily. So right now we are gonna head over there. I'm gonna continue this drive. So funny enough, I'm driving, and as soon as I put this camera down, let me see if I can catch up. I guess one of you guys that follows me on Instagram saw me, pulled up, and now there's a car in the way. I'll try to get a clip of it. It's an actual Toyota Soarer, so right-hand drive, 1J, all that. Really clean. It's got like some bulk wheels on it, nice paint. I've seen it driving around a lot. Never got the chance to talk to the dude, and now I see him. So shout out to that dude. There it is right there. See if he could get us a wave. Wave at us. There we go. Sick. What are you doing? So I showed up to Anthony's house and he said we gotta go get some lights. So we went to go get some of those things because his were broken. And we need some decent lighting in here to do this. So we're gonna finish putting these up real quick and get started on doing this stuff. So this is all the stuff that I got. There's the box for the sub, the amp, speakers, the sub, touchscreen radio, and a wiring kit, I guess.
There's a problem there.
What is the problem?
Amp wire.
It's there.
It's not going to power 1,000 watts.
Yeah, it's 800. Oh, 1,000 watts. Okay. What? It's got a fuse. And what is this? Like
Is that what
8 gauge.
This is 4 gauge.
Okay.
I guess we can use your 8 gauge.
No, if you want to use that one, you can. I'll buy you a new one later. But this one has a fuse in it.
You can use the same fuse.
I guess. It's up to you. That's not going to work?
It'll work.
Julian has that on his setup, and this is all the same stuff that Julian has.
Oh, he has that same power kit?
He sent me the links. I bought everything that he has.
I mean... This hold more power.
Okay, so what do we do?
We have the power.
Okay. So this is the radio that Anthony has in his Skyline, and it works pretty well, so I ordered the same one. It's got a backup camera, so that's pretty cool. There's like a little camera right there, won't focus, but a little backup camera that he actually hooked up in his, and it's sick. Might as well do it. Remote, which I'll probably... Do you ever use your remote?
I forgot I even had one.
Oh, I don't think I have a reason to use the remote, but that's there. And then the radio actually... Let's see what it looks like. China stuff.
Like little shit. It doesn't have a CD radio. CD.
It doesn't have a CD player, but it's 2017. Who uses CDs? I mean, fine. It's really small and not that wide. Very light. It feels fake. But it's like $70 on Amazon. So, I mean, whatever. And it looks cool because it's just like full 7-inch touchscreen. Is that for SSD card, right?
Yep.
Mini SD card.
Yep. Mini
SD card slot, aux cable, USB. It plays Android.
Yeah.
Plays music through Android USB, but not iPhone.
No, well, it plays music off of Bluetooth. The USB for Android, you can mirror your device onto there.
Which would play music.
Bluetooth, same.
Either way, okay. Oh, Bluetooth. I forgot about that. It's got Bluetooth, so you don't even need to hook anything up. And then the USB, you can just use it to charge your phone. So that's always good too. Yeah, Eric actually has like a slightly different version of this in his truck, and that he bought off one of our friends for like even cheaper, and it works perfectly fine. So it's got some hookups and stuff. GPS. Oh, that looks fake. The hole for the GPS.
Because it doesn't have it.
Oh well. So that's what's going in. It's gonna fill in that hole that I have in my center console pretty well. So this will probably be a very crappy radio install how-to, which is fine. We're not professionals here, but well, I'm not. So you gotta talk and do this.
All right.
Don't need that.
Don't need that.
I'll put it in my center console though, just because it's cool to have. Yeah. Which, by the way, you know we don't have wire strippers at TE Garage. We do not own wire strippers. I don't understand why. And we've been meaning to go to Harbor Freight to get some and just haven't had time.
Everything you do wired-wise is here.
Fun fact, I don't think I've ever wired anything up. Oh, I haven't. I can't. But like at our house, I think we always come here to get stuff. Eric did his radio here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eric did his radio here. I did the radio in the 240 here. And now we're doing the radio in the Skyline here. So I guess that's just what's going to happen. So while Anthony's doing wiring, I'm gonna take the back seats out. This thing?
Yeah.
This is not very big. I thought I'm not expecting like a ginormous one. So I'm gonna go take out the back seats because we're gonna need to take them out to run the wires and stuff for the sub and the amp and all that. So got the back seats out. Pretty simple. It's got two little clips like that, one on each side. Bottoms pop out, and then the backs are bolted on right here and on the other side, and then they're kind of like hooked onto these things. So you just slide it up and take them out. So Anthony's finishing up the wiring, just like heat shrinking it all because he's a professional. Got the back seats out, and now I'm gonna start trying to take these door panels out. I need a Phillips head. Hey. These are way more, there's way more screws in this thing than an S13. That's it. Yep. Nope. Oh, I have found 3 of these so far in this thing. I don't know. So I've found 3, I think, so far. This will be the 3rd one. Randomly in this car. They're like little tiny, like I clean the screen with it. I don't know, but I guess I'm collecting them now. Oh, I don't even want to do this. It's so nerve-wracking.
Nerve-wracking?
Nerve-wracking. Nerve-wracking. Whatever.
Connectors.
Okay. Don't worry, I'm an experienced breaker of things. Oh my god, that sounds so bad. This has like some Kenwood speakers, but look how little they are. I have a not that big of a hand, and they're like 3-inch speakers. Oh my god. What does this world come to? Okay, so because these speakers we don't know the condition of, we're gonna put the radio in and see if it works. If they work slightly okay, I'll just put those ginormous ones in the rear because it doesn't have any rear speakers right now. So we'll see when the radio goes in. Okay, so we just tested the radio because we got it all wired up. Everything's all nice, ready to go. These front speakers are actually not bad, so I think we're just gonna use the front speakers how they are. 6.5-inch speakers, we'll just put them on the rear deck lid since there is none. And then with the sub and all that, it should be sounding pretty good. So got everything wired up, and now we already tested it, but now we're gonna make it official. And we have radio that works and looks pretty cool. Alright, so got the radio in and everything, the whole center console put back together, and it looks pretty cool. There's no hole there, so. And now we gotta run these wires to the back for the backup camera and to the sub or amp or whatever. I don't know, audio stuff. So factory speakers in the rear of a Skyline are 6.5s, and that's what I had that I wanted to put in the doors, but might as well just drop them in right here, and they work. So we're gonna do that, and it still has a factory whoever had this in Japan, when they took them out, they left the screws in here, which is sick. So we're gonna wire these things up with the crossovers, and hopefully we'll be jamming some more. So we got the speakers in. I don't know if I said that or not. Probably did, but and then cut the factory plugs, and we're gonna wire it up to the speaker, aftermarket ones, and doing something back here.
Huh?
What are you doing back here?
Rounding up your rear view camera.
Hey, 90s Skyline with the features of a damn 2017 car. So the whole front half is back together. Put the door panels on both sides. Got all the trim and everything back on. And then once we get the wires for the speakers hooked up, we'll be done in the rear. Then everything goes to the back now. Oh, it's kind of dark, but looks a little crazy right now. But pretty much for the backup camera, pulled the power right from the harness.
Yep.
Power from the harness, and then the signal reverse switch from the brake light. Or brake light, yeah, sure.
Reverse light.
Reverse light. So when the reverse lights kick on, the rear view camera will kick on. And also ran all the wiring for the other side of the speakers, obviously, and the amp or the sub, and then we have to run the power wire for the amp. And we should be. Oh, and then we got to mount the box. Jesus Cristo. All right, we're gonna test out. Shh. We're gonna test out this rear view camera. Oh, you're upside down. Oh, there you go. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got lights.
Yeah, do something funny. No. Alright, well, that works. So, rear view camera and everything's all set up. And then we're just running the power wire for the amp and all that. There's already a slit in the grommet for the firewall for the main harness, so we just fed it through there, and then now we're trying to feed it around this dang cage, which, oh, you already did. And now we just gotta hide it. So got the back seats all in. Forgot to film. We soldered the wires for the rear speakers and all that. It's getting late. Now we just gotta, oh, it's dark. Now we just gotta mount the box and 2 more wires. And we're done.
Why so many wires?
All the wires. Well, it is done and tested, mounted, and ready to go. And it's late. I owe you. Like a lot of ramen. So, we just finished up, and it's 1:30 in the morning. Got a whole bunch of errands to run tomorrow before our annual Black Friday drift event, which is like 3 days of like camping and partying and everything like that. So yeah, let me know what you guys want to see with this car. There's still plenty of stuff to do on it. There's stuff that I want to do, stuff that I want to fix, and you know, do like a car check video or something like that. Also, huge shout out to Anthony. He did this for no reason other than just to help me out so I could have music in my car. Yeah, he actually custom makes and sells carbon fiber parts and carbon Kevlar parts for interiors, boost gauge, like gauge holders and stuff like that. I'm gonna put his Instagram down below, and on the screen it's Low Carbon. Just hit him up, check his website out or his Instagram out, see what he sells. If you like something, just direct message him and pick something up and tell him I sent you. So like always, thanks for watching. Thanks to all the subscribers that have stuck around, especially with no video in like the past 2 months. I've been posting a lot to like Instagram and all that, which I always link down below. And yeah, we will see you guys after this crazy weekend.